Meister's one of the best in the world at this character, has played a ton of Palutenas. Palutena's a very common character. First Game & Watch where everyone knows about Game & Watch, but not everyone plays against Game & Watch extensively. So even though, of course, Ye is ranked higher, you gotta imagine there is a little bit of a nostalgic factor. I'm sorry, not nostalgic. Novelty factor. Yes, novelty factor coming in for Ed.
True.
I mean, the game's well, because Game Watch is for Melee, so maybe that too. No parachute, but it's okay.
Not just from Melee, but from the 80s. Like, this character is pretty old. Here we go, jumping right into it. Ed versus Ye. Ye, second seed for this tournament, by the way. So Ed coming through at 15 seed is looking to make a pretty big upset here. Already starting with a little bit of a slowed down play. Both of them trying to get the first big hit just to really open the doors and force their opponent to play their games. With these parries from Ed showing that he came out to play in this matchup.
Definitely. It has to almost be a slower pace because they know what each character can do to one another if they do get something started. You know, both have terrific combos. Both of them are... Game & Watch isn't necessarily the fastest, but is always able to put themselves in a position to follow up. And same thing for Palutena, but that's a little more due to the speed. These back airs are coming through. That is one thing that has not changed. These back airs, very powerful. Still having that shield hitbox. Up air at the top of the screen. Couldn't even see Game & Watch until they came back down on the Angel platform.
Yeah, a bit too high to be floating around up there, or a bit too light to be floating around that way too, because Game & Watch is an extremely light character. And even though Town City's ceiling blast zones are pretty high, Palutena's up air, especially fresh, won't really give you the chance to make that recovery.
Yeah, and up air, Palutena's up air has a ton of priority. I can't recall if it will directly be Game & Watch's down air, but I know from the side it will for sure, but it may just straight up beat it from any point. Very difficult move to deal with.
Yeah, and that's saying something, because that key is absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Now this is a situation that we see... Yeah, this is a situation that we see Meister in, like, not too often, but when it doesn't bode well for him, like when he's behind, because Game & Watch has some great tools to keep you away, but when it comes to getting in, especially against Palutena, a character who also excels at keeping you out, it gets so tricky to force an opening.
Definitely. It's not so much true in this game as it was in other Smash games, but Game & Watch is kind of known as a character that you have to run into. You know, where the character's okay, but it's okay because you have to run into them. So when Game & Watch is behind, it's that much more difficult. Fortunately for Game & Watch this time, does find that down smash.
Yeah, excellent timing on the neutral get up too. Okay, big chance. Of course, that juggle. Nice recovery by Ye, going slightly off stage, knowing where Game & Watch didn't quite want to follow you. And even if he did, the juggle wouldn't have been as substantial. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good, but still a bit of damage from Ye. Nice. Ed, mixing up the recoveries. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Now this is how you force openings as Game & Watch. Mix up your recoveries, mix up the small things, and just kind of force your opponent's hands. And granted, although he lost that stock there, he's still in a better position than he could have been in.
Yeah, definitely. Only 55. Well, now 68. You know, Ed really just one down smash away from maybe taking this stock.
Nice anti-air.
Or edge guard away.
Yeah, feeling it a bit. Nice up B, get me out, and almost takes the soul of that up smash. I'm very surprised that didn't connect.
Ed trying to chase down Ye, like as you mentioned, really difficult when Game & Watch is behind. Trying to run in, trying to find an opening. For starters, Ye is playing really, really well, knowing the advantage that Ye has, saying, hey, I can stay back, you have to come to me. Fantastic opening right there. But also just the hitboxes of Palutena. The back air has a shield box. Dash attack has a shield box. You know, Nair has a lot of range. There's so many tools that make it really difficult for Ed to kind of get through and find a killing flow.
Yeah. And this is around that 50% where, okay, I was about to say you didn't want to pass like around 80 or so, because that's when the next stock you could eat almost anything and then lose stage control and have a hard time getting it back because you can't really knock your opponent away super far. And now, well, we're about in that position anyway. So this is going to be rough goings, doable, especially if you get like a hammer or a bucket to rack up some easy damage in there, but I'm not seeing any auto reticles, and Explosive Flame in bucket does like next to nothing unless you get the last hit.
Definitely true. There is still a 9-hammer if you can manage to did take a little bit of it. Ooh, does get 2-framed and the beautiful follow-up right there. Yay, taking game number 1. Granted, it was a JV2 stock, but still really competitive and very close.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the adjustments that Ed could make, but I did like that the 2-frame finally came into play because Ye was looking for that a lot early on in the game. And I think there was one time in the second stock where Ed held down to allow his uppy to pass through the ledge to just get that hitbox out there. And this is just kind of like, how do I put it? It's just kind of the long game conditioning, especially in a best of 5 set. You know, when you kind of get those rock, paper, scissors interactions in a snapshot way, you want to be able to neutralize one of your opponent's options, especially if it's super powerful. Ed was going for that with that down tilt, but Ye has shown the tenacity to kind of get that in there and end the game off of it and really hit it where it counts.
Yep. Definitely true.
So at the moment, I mean, we saw these guys' pockets, they run deep. So I'm really curious to see, you know, if we're going to see a counterpick war or are these guys going to stick to their guns through and through.
I mean, it was close enough where you could really go either way. There is no right or wrong in this scenario because it's, yes, you were JV2 stocked. However, you know, there were a couple adjustments that could have been made. You were playing from behind if you're Ed, something to keep in mind. However, if there's something you notice, maybe, hey, it was really difficult to deal with this, but one of my other characters, you know, can deal with this a little bit better. It's definitely an option.
Yeah.
Of course, you can change the states. There's a lot of things that could change, not to mention that first stock that Ed lost was at the top of the screen from that up air. That was kind of an unfortunate scenario. Maybe one of those, okay, you are aware that you can do this follow-up. Got it. I'll just avoid that scenario in the future.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got. I'm excited. Come on. Counter picks. Oh, the suspense is killing me. Come on. Directed by M. Night Shyamalan? No. Okay, we're going back to tried and trues. Everyone's sticking with their guns. Now, what's the stage going to be? Small battlefield. Okay.
1, go!
Oh, and Ye saying, "Good luck, have fun." What a Chad.
Yeah, sportsmanship, man. It's a dying art. I hate to see it, but like some of these people are getting really salty out here. But at the end of the day, we're all in it to have fun. Maybe make a bit of money. Maybe like pride on the line. But gotta respect your opponents.
Yeah. You should respect your opponents, but not too much. Not so much where you let them do everything they want. All right.
Not in game.
Just enough where you don't get hit. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Out the game. Respect. Unless
Didn't see much.
I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Didn't see much Chef come out from Ed in game number 1, but this ledge trapping right now is looking pretty strong and partially accompanied by Chef and almost hitting with that down smash. That more than likely would have been the stock.
Yeah, that would have been something that really would have just gone a long way in terms of momentum. Granted, right now the momentum you can essentially build, but right now you can cut through it. Stock number 1 just disappearing a minute into this game. Quite the turnaround. Hard to say if it's adjustments or the stage. It feels a little more adjustment based just because of that ledge trapping. But oh my god, Ed, the momentum. Just everything is going their way right now.
Yeah, that's in my mind. That's adjustments. Like that last string. That's not some and buckling the explosive flame on reaction. That's not something that like matters about the stage. Okay, like I said before though. Bucket on Explosive Flame doesn't do too much, but it's still damage. It's still that shock factor to it, too.
I can't believe that episode hit. I like that delay right there from Ed. Recognizing that Ye is really good at timing the 2-frame with the down tilt, so just kind of delaying the recovery a little bit different.
Oh, both of them. Both of them went for an invincible hitbox right there. Ed's, though, is just a little bit slower, but doesn't need to be invincible if it hits. That chair is going to show Palutena the exit for that stop. All right.
So, yep.
Now it's Ye's turn to put Ed into jail.
And
doing a good job so far.
Yeah, the judge is not on that side right now, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Finally out early.
Had some good behavior.
Yeah. but back in already. No. Ye right now is really making the most of things because it was looking really, really one-sided. Right now, Ye just trapping Ed over and over again. Already having it Ed at 85%. Palutena not really known for the kill pressure, so maybe needing 1 or 2 more straight hits to really make Ed worry. But 97%, so much better off than you were just moments ago.
Yeah. And miles ahead of the previous game. All right, down throw. Oh my god, that situation was so icky. Like, how do you get off the platform like that without getting hit?
Houdini did.
Yeah. Especially against Palutena, like, it's just very, very tricky, and down throw still sets up well for that. Percent might be a bit too high for the down throw setups now.
Yeah, They're always going for the trump, but Ed is really aware. I don't believe Ed has been hit by a single trump.
Yeah. Always buffering an option, which in and of itself does give away some data. I'm curious to see if Ye does have something to deal with Ed's buffered options off the ledge.
Yeah, one of the times, actually, Ed surprisingly took the trump and just held in and just walked on stage. Something that is unique to this game. In the last game, that was not an option, but now if you're actually aware of it, you can buffer the option, of course, like you could in Smash 4, but you also have the option to just DIing onto the stage.
Oh, no berry hitbox though, and actually Ed is getting in a tighter and tighter scenario. The damage is eking up, and Game & Watch is a bit too light to be playing around like this. This needs to end pretty quick, because Ye just took the lead right there, and maybe took the game. Oh my god!
Wow. It was looking so sure for Ed. If you were an Ed supporter, you were saying, yes, it's 1-1. You know, we're going into this on even footing. But then Ye, just moments, you know, just took the lead, just took the game. It was, hey, this percent's getting a little closer. Hey, Ye has a lead. Hey, Ye just won. Beautiful performance and a great job on, you know, having that mental stamina and just the awareness to figure out what you needed to do differently and what hitboxes you can sneak away with and how you can actually secure the victory.
I felt one of those times where, like, you're taking a test, you're in, like, the first page, like, yeah, I got this. Second page, like, okay, bit tricky, I studied it. Then you get to the essay, and they're like, what is this? What is happening? Like, the last minute is just like, oh, shoot, there was an essay? Oh, man. Ye is just looking a bit too clutch right now.
It's one of those when you're like, I know it's definitely not A or B, but is it C or D? Because on Tuesdays it's C and on Wednesdays it's D, and I just don't know. I failed? Dang. All right. I'll do better on the next test.
Yeah. One of the times you go home and it's like, it was the teacher. It was the teacher, Mom.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
It wasn't me.
Everyone failed. I mean, I guess, yeah, a lot of people would. Yeah.
So now, do you go for the counter pick? Because this is, again, there is no right answer because you actually were in the lead. You were winning. You pretty much just had to walk it in. You know, Ye was at 78% on their last stock when Ed got to the last stock was at 0%. So do you make a couple more adjustments and stick with the Game & Watch? Or do you say no? It's fine. It's okay.
Oh. Well. Ye picked a different character.
Plot twist. Ye said it was a little too close. Too close for comfort.
And I was just about to say, like, Ed counterpicking may or may not be the best idea because a lot of the characters I saw in his pockets list at the beginning were ones that would have been very easily countered. Maybe not necessarily by Ye's characters. I can't remember all of Ye's characters, but like just in general, a lot of the characters aren't as well-rounded as Game & Watch.
Yeah, that's definitely a valid point. Is Ye warming things up? Did Ye just not feel comfortable with the Palu? We have seen this happen before to players. You switch one game, you lose, you try to go back, you barely lose, and now you're in a Game 5 scenario not sure what to do. Definitely a great start from Ed. I mean, we did see this before, though. Ed has had great starts before. Has not exactly finished the plate. And it's definitely getting closer and closer. Unfortunately, the difference with Corrin is that Corrin has the kill power. You know, at 90%, you can explode. Oh, and you did. On point, on cue. Yay. Right when the opening was there, said, this is why I switched characters. I don't want to play the back and forth. I don't want to play where's the opening. I want to play you're at 90, goodbye, my friend.
Yeah, popped him like a balloon. And honestly, even right now with this much rage at the ledge, you could just explode. Forward smash, side B if you don't get the grounded hit. It's scary stuff. And how the heck did he matrix that? Side B. Oh, and also the bite also. Like if you get hit with the landing neutral air, you could get the neutral B and then charge up that bite. Goodbye. What a bold grab.
Yeah, I mean, Yay right now is just feeling themselves. They're very, very, very comfortable. You know, when your opponent's at 85% and you're a Corrin, you're not scared. You're up a stock. You know you can take a stock whenever. You know you can lose your stock and then take another one.
Good high recovery right there. And an option to save his jump just in case he did get hit. Very smart recovery. Yay still logged in. Ed still trying to find the answer. Not able to find much of anything as he's on his final stock. Potentially the end of his winner's bracket run. Can he make that? Magic.
Oh, fairly interesting. I thought that up tilt was actually going to win, but no, the key. Key coming in clutch, not once, but twice. Ed finally putting themselves on the board. I mean, you are traveling by quite a bit. Maybe you can sneak out an edge guard. Of course, you know, there is some intangibility on Corrin's up B, but Game & Watch does have the tools to kind of avoid it and then maybe find a hit that's just enough to take the stop.
Yeah. But at this rate, you might need to rely on, some RNG. Like, you need something. You need an X factor. Because this is just... I mean, it's been out of hand, but now it's out of pocket. What a tech.
Yeah.
Oh, what a kill! Okay, still alive, but the awareness. Yay was in Ed's face before he even knew what was happening.
And Ed is still trying to fight.
Not anymore. Not anymore. That's a wrap. We're done here. Another 3-0. Ed showing signs of life in pockets of that match. I feel like Ed was starting to put together the answers and put together the pieces, but Yay was just kind of outclassing Ed right there.
Yeah, I mean, just at every point, every turn. The Corrin clearly just doing so well. That's also a little scary because in your head, you're thinking, wow, Corrin did this. Did I really have a shot? Did I really have a chance? Because that Corrin performed significantly better than the Palutena. And that Corrin was after the Palutena already did it. After Palutena already did the job. Granted, Palutena is the main. You got a question now, and if you are essentially Yay, are you like, hey, next time I play Game & Watch, should I go Corrin? Is that actually the answer?
I'm pretty sure Yay's main is